Welcome back, everyone. Well, you know, one thing about ad agencies, I've been involved in the creative marketing business my whole life, is that we take the business very seriously, don't we? I mean, we don't joke around, we don't fool around. If we're supposed to, we're on a mission, we take care of it, right? This is Claire Couscous over here. Frida French fry? What do you think?
Something like that.
Something like that. And don't switch the station yet. You have to understand that there's a reason for this. And it takes a lot of courage for Josh to do what he's doing. And joining us, of course, is Bo Galieber, Head of Philanthropy at 395.
Yeah, 395.
This is Finger Paint, international ad agency, right? Offices all over the country, and you're getting there, of course. And as head of philanthropy, Bo and I talk a lot about the different initiatives, the outreach programs in our community that Finger Paint is behind or contributes heavily to. And as you know, they're very, very generous organization, very generous people.
Thank you.
So we're here today. Yes, we finally got to the reason Josh is dressed like this. We're here today because we have an event coming up that we need your help with. It's happening the last Friday of June, the 28th. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and the Lunch Lady,
Operation Lunch Lady.
Operation Lunch
There you
Lady.
go, yeah.
Okay, which
They-
makes you a
that
super.
sense of urgency, so that now you know it's a thing.
Okay, it's an operation. And with this sense of urgency here, we actually have a mascot
Yes.
attached to this. How'd they talk you into this?
There was no talking me into it.
Oh, don't say that.
No, I really feel strongly about this initiative, and
Yes.
just seeing the campaign bring the initiative to life. I went to Bo and I thought having a mascot would bring the campaign to life and really just help people engage with the initiative. And Saratoga needed a mascot, so I was like, give me that dress. I'll put it on.
I love it. I love the courage, but tell me it doesn't fit into the mentality of anybody that's affiliated with an ad agency, right? Somehow this seems to happen in that kind of climate. Look, the statistic is startling. In our own community right here in Saratoga, there's a need over the summer, something like 30,000 people need assistance. This is hunger. This is need for food in our community. And Bo, you were telling me that you picked the summer deliberately for this particular program. Why is that?
So we know that in the summer, food pantries actually have a known dwindling of donations because most of the people who have the means to donate to food pantries are on vacation and it's just not top of mind.
Yes, right.
Simultaneously, kids are home from school during the summer and a lot of those kids might be relying on breakfast and lunch at the school. So now when they're not getting that, their families are relying on the food pantries, and so there's a supply and demand issue. So with our Philanthropy Day happening in the summer, we said, you know what, let's make it about food insecurity, which is a cause that's super important to us, and have a little fun with it by tying it back to the unsung hero, the Lunch Lady. And so Operation Lunch Lady was born, and we're going to make 80,000 meals across the country on June 28th.
Wow. And in our community, the goal is 30,000.
30,000 meals,
Right.
yeah.
Wow. So they need to raise $20,000. It's not a lot of money when you consider that probably, if I'm doing the math correctly, which is a dangerous territory, trust me,
Yeah.
it's less than $1 a meal or something, right?
Yeah, we actually work with our partner it's a national partner called the Pack Shack, and they're able
Yes.
to get the meals at such a low cost. It's just 25 cents per meal.
Wow. And these are nutrition, you're right. I know I called you Frida French fry, but I think we'll go back to Claire Couscous because I have a feeling it might be a little more nutritional. But it's true, right? Yeah, that's, you select what you.
Yeah, it's a meal. It's a cheesy mac and cheesy rice and vegetable meal. That is a dehydrated meal that you just add water to and a protein, but they're actually specially formulated to be lower in sodium, higher in protein. And we found out from our experience last year that the food pantries actually had a lot of success. Families were coming back and saying, "Hey, are there any more of those meals left?" Because my family really liked them. So,
Oh, great.
they're able to feed a family up to 4 servings in one bag. So, and the food pantries are getting a big donation from us. So,
This is like the third year that Finger Paint has dedicated a day where they close down, correct?
Yeah.
And everybody in the organization is responsible to chip in and help. This is the second year in a row for this initiative.
Correct.
Why'd you come back to it?
I think we realized the impact that it made last year.
Yeah.
Once we knew that the food pantries actually found it to be helpful and not a hindrance, it made a huge difference for us to be able to do it. Partnering with the Pack Shack is also very helpful because we're doing it at 4 offices. So having a national partner is really helpful. And we just feel like it's the best bang for the buck. You know, when we know that that $20,000 is really going to make that many meals, there's not a lot of other initiatives that we could see the impact be so strong.
So strong and direct,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And again, you and I worked together on the Hunger Network,
Mm-hmm.
remember? And again, these statistics are numbing for those of us that just open the refrigerator and decide what we're going to eat, right? And you realize the number in our own community reaches something like 30,000. And in the summer, it's particularly difficult because the children don't have the opportunity to get a meal at school, which a lot of them rely on for their daily nutrition. I mean, you know, those are stats that we have to understand. And quite honestly, you start to understand it at that level, give me a dress, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can keep that wig, but I'm thinking that dress might, you know.
And
I
think-
needed some hair. There's not much left up there, so.
I think it's important too to realize that, like, as an ad agency, we have this opportunity. We're a creative engine,
Yes,
right?
right,
So
sure.
we come up with something, we see a problem, and we go after trying to find a solution. And so for us, it was like, obviously, we're putting kind of a fun play on a more serious issue, but the goal is to raise awareness and to raise those dollars because it's such a real need. And so we're having a great time with it. The staff gets really excited about it. The fact that we have people willing to put on these costumes and prance around town to raise awareness is something that's pretty powerful, and people are getting engaged, and we're really excited about it.
That's wonderful. Now look, they only need to raise $20,000. They're a little under the halfway mark. Come on. You can go to the website, which is operationlunchlady.com. You'll find out all the information there. You might be able to leave your phone number for Claire. This is Josh Koopman, by the way. At one point I'm going to have to
Give a
reveal
real-
you. You understand that, right? Who's also at Finger Paint. And that donation, again, whatever you decide to give, they hit that $20,000 mark. Well, then for like a quarter, guaranteed that some child, someplace, some member of a family in need is going to have a meal. That sounds like a no-brainer to me. I love the theme that you have here. They don't get their bread if we don't get your dough. Oh, isn't that clever? Who came up with
That's
that?
the beauty of an ad agency,
right.
right? Like, it's amazing to me. I love the fact that, like, philanthropy is such a big part of what we do, but to be able to come up with a concept around giving back and then to have the creatives run with it at the level that they do, it blows me away, and it makes people excited to engage in the community with their talent.
Yes,
What a
right.
great way for an ad agency to be able to spread such an important message.
And not just any ad agency, we're talking about Finger Paint. This is a national organization. This particular drive is taking place in some of their regional offices all over the country. Of course, our interest is right here in our community. Go to operationlunchlady.com, make a donation. We only have a week to do this, so please contribute, okay? And great to see you. I don't have a closing remark for you, but I don't think I need one. Really,
Thank you for having
terrific
us.
to see you, Josh. Thank you. Great to see you, Bo,
Thank
as
you.
always.
We're so grateful. Thank
Don't
you.
forget Operation Lunch Lady, and tell your friends about this interview. Watch for it on social media. Watch for it wherever you want, and let's raise this money. To see it again, go to our website, looktvonline.com.